everybody, it's Davey from the 80s, and you are now entering the Cinema Chop Shop. So park your ass right there. And while you're there, don't forget to hit the like, the share, and the subscribe button. Also, if you check the description, you will see a Patreon link. You can become a Patreon supporter. All you got to do is click the link. You can tell me movies and music for me to review. And with that being said, we are back at it again with another review. Now, a couple of days ago, I looked at a trailer for a movie called KGF Chapter 1 and KGF Chapter 2. These are Kannada films, Kannada Indian films. And honestly, like I said, it looks like it could low-key be the Indian version of John Wick. Now, once I saw the movie, it kind of confirmed it, but my assumption was sort of right. Now, I watched this movie on Amazon Prime, KGF Chapter 1, right? And to be honest with you, I quite enjoyed myself. The basic synopsis of the story is there's this young kid who's basically orphaned as a young lad, and he basically wants to rise to the top of the world and be respected in the city of India, right? Most specifically Bombay. So he becomes this freaking just goon, like he's just gutter with it. So he rises up the ranks and he takes all the fucking jobs that nobody wants to do, and he just beats up on people and all kind of crazy stuff. He becomes this feared man. And basically, the idea is that he's trying to fulfill this promise to his mom, right? His dying mother, or his mother that passed away. Her dying wish, he's fulfilling it. Now, there's a lot of good in this movie. The fight sequences are fun to watch. I mean, my boy Rocky puts an ass whooping on everybody. And honestly, the actor that plays Rocky, his name is Yash. This dude puts in the business. Like, he honestly looks like a very intimidating person. Like, he walks in, he has the swag, he has it down packed, and he looks like he could put a beating on some people. So he looks the part. The one thing I hate is watching movies with people and you're just like, man, this old dude or this weak, scrawny dude can't be putting the beats on nobody. But the dude that plays Rocky, Yash, he does a very good job at looking intimidating. He has this intimidating look, this intimidating gaze and everything like that. And he does it with extremely magnificent hair, I might add. So while you're watching this movie, the fight sequences are dope. The cinematography is dope. The idea behind the story is really cool. It's literally like a rise upon the ranks, climbing to the top underdog story, right? And like I said, I love the dude that plays Rocky. Now, what I didn't like about the movie is, like, this is more specifically maybe even an Amazon problem, because the subtitle, obviously had to watch it subtitled. So I'm watching this movie subtitled, and the crazy thing about it is this, I don't know if they're talking so fast that the subtitles are going freaking fast, but them subtitles was moving. And I'm just like, dude, like, it got to the point where sometimes it was really hard for me to watch the movie and read the subtitles at the same time, because it was like the subtitles are moving so damn quick, and I was just like, I just kind of was like going into like a frenzy. I couldn't keep up with both of them at the same time. On some scenes, it was really hard. I had to pause it or rewind it and just slow it down for certain scenes. But it just got to it was some scenes were really hard to keep up with, right? And another thing about this movie, that this movie could have been a lot shorter. I like the story that it told. It came from a perspective of somebody narrating a book that they wrote or recalling events that transpired. And it's really cool because it goes into the segment where he's talking and he's just like, he kind of veers off and goes into another story and they're like, yo, stay on topic. Like, go back. Like, you went too far ahead. He's like, oh, I went too far ahead. They're like, yeah, okay, wait, let me go back. So I thought that was pretty funny, but at the same time, this movie is like almost 3 hours long. And that's the one thing about I have not seen a lot of Indian films, but the few Indian movies that I have seen are very lengthy. Like, this movie was very lengthy, and it felt like it didn't necessarily have to be that long, in my opinion. There's a lot of things that probably could have been cut out or slowed down, or just taken out of just completely. Like, you know, like some of the scenes just didn't need to be that long. But also, I'm not really a fan of the whole singing thing. I noticed that a lot of Indian films or Hindi films or Kannada in this instance, they break out in the song and dance. I mean, low key though, Rocky song was tight as hell though. Like the low key Rocky, this Rocky song at the beginning, the first song they played, that shit was hidden. I low key love that song. That song was tight. But the singing, oh my god, dude, the singing was. In certain parts, it just got to the point where I was like, okay, like I kind of took me out of the movie because I'm like, I know that might be like a very like a typical thing for Hindi, Indian, Kannada films to do, but I'm not used to it. So it's so comes off as so random that I kind of check out, and that just might just be American thing, you know. But that I mean, I wasn't too much a fan of the singing, even though Rocky's song was pretty badass. Dude had a badass song, and he was doing it with the freaking hair, you know. So that, but even though the singing was bad, that soundtrack was banging though. The soundtrack was really, really good. The score to the film was excellent. Like the songs that they played was really hitting, and it did exactly what it needed to do when it did it. You know, it made it freaking intense. They made it like one of them epic, like rise to the top champion sounding songs, and it was really glorious. Like the film does a lot of things good. I'm gonna say that now. The film does a lot of things good. So, but you know, there's some issues that it might just be for me. It might just be just a genre that I'm not used to. You know, like some people aren't used to different types of genres. So when they get introduced to these genres, they're just like, huh, you know. But as an action movie, this movie's badass, and I would love to see this man. If I can see this dude jump into an American movie, I don't know if he's done an American movie. If he's done an American movie, let me know. But my boy can literally make a cool ass living on being a freaking action hero in America. Because them fight sequences, like, it was like so, boom. Oh, almost lost my mic. Check it out. But anyway, stay, good mic. Tighten this up. I'm gonna slap it down. Yeah, the movie, like I said, the movie does a lot of good, and it's a fun movie to watch. It's a little lengthy, but I basically enjoy myself for like 80% of the film. So it's a really good movie. You don't really get bored. It was one because I was watching this real late, and I'm real bad at watching movies late. If once it hits a certain time and I'm watching a movie, I'll nod off with the quickness. But I only found myself nodding off at one part, and it just so happened to be the singing part. But then once it went back into like the action sequences, I woke back up. So what am I doing with this film? Will it be spared, or will it get bodied? This movie shall be spared.
He ain't earned the death. He ain't earned the death at my hands. God's only man, spared by the butcher.
You heard it, folks. Yes, this movie was spared. I would recommend watching it. I would honestly watch it again. It's probably even something I might even add to my collection. But low key, I don't know if this is I don't know if they do this with all Indian, Hindu, Hindi, Kannada films or whatever. But that smoking ad at the beginning of the movie freaked me the hell out. Scariest shit I ever seen. I was like, yo, what am I watching? Like, I got scared. I thought I was watching a crazy ass documentary. I didn't know what was going on. I just saw somebody with like tumors on their face and bumps, and I was just like, dude. And it was like showing the insides of their body. I'm like, But anyway, that's my review. Let me know if you agree. Let me know if you disagree. Let me know whatever you think. Drop it in the comment section below. And until next time, adios. This is Dave from the 80s, and I will see you next time. Now exit the cinema chop shop.